What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays for this Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. I'm your host, Russ Williams. So glad you could be here, Transition Army. So glad you could be here. Ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I know you could have been anywhere in this world today. But you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome, Transition Army. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome. We got a great show, an action-packed show for you once again. But before I start the show, I'd like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transitions and beyond. So that is what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. And we also thank you, the viewer, the listener, for checking out Transition Tuesdays each and every Tuesday. You guys made it. You made it to your safe space. Get your adult beverage or get you some bottled water like I do so we can have some fun as well. So I welcome you guys to Transition Tuesdays. Appreciate you guys immensely. Appreciate you guys. So before I start the show, we got on the check-in. We got Dolores, my sister-in-law, on the check-in from Jersey. What's going on, Dee Dee? Welcome. All righty. Also, I'll be remiss. Major shout-out to my guy, Derek, the Band-Aid Man, Chivas. God, Derek Chivas was a basketball legend from Holy Cross High School in Queens, Flushing, Queens, to the University of Missouri. Man, his number is retired. The number 3 is retired. The Band-Aid Man. It's good seeing him this past week. Man, that's my guy. Bam is my guy. Also, my lady checking in from the Rock. We got Felicia, Mrs. Sweetness, checking in from the Rock. What's going on, Felicia? Welcome. All right. We are boarding on the train, the Transition Tuesdays train. And also, shout out to my guy, Glenn Poole Harding from Basketball Heads Live. His podcast is phenomenal about New York City high school basketball, celebrating the legends of before and the legends of today. So shout out to those two guys, my guy Poole Harding on the interviewing trail too. I appreciate it, man. That was a lot of fun doing that this past week as well, man. So shout out to those guys, those two beautiful guys. I appreciate you guys immensely. Man, oh man. So let's jump into it. All right, Transition Army. In transition news, the Seattle Seahawks, they won Super Bowl 60 by a score of 29-13. Now, the defense of the Seattle defense, man, they were dominant the whole entire game. Just totally dominant. They did their thing, man. Totally dominant, man. It looked like Pat's quarterback, Drake May. It looked like he was seeing 20 guys on the defense out there. He almost did a Sam Donald saying he sees dead people. Man. But no, if the tables were turned this time, man, that defense was phenomenal. And the game MVP went to running back Kenneth Walker III. Not one, not two, but the third. Okay, he won MVP. I think you could have gave MVP, man, you could have gave MVP to the whole defensive team of the Seattle Seahawks. Also, the defensive coordinator, anything defense should have got MVP there. I think, man. But Kenneth Walker III, he had close to almost 200 yards of rushing, man, which was really phenomenal. So he did his thing. He did his thing in the place to be, man. He definitely did his thing in the place to be. And let's give some love to the kicker. Okay, let's give some love to the kicker who made 5 field goals. So he scored more points than the New England Pats did that day. So let's give the kicker some love. I just don't know his name. Maybe somebody could come up with it for me. And on the check-in, we got Gina checking in from North Carolina. What's going on, Sister Cuz? Welcome. As Gina says, oh, Drake May is trash with a trash can. Oh, my God. I don't know. Well, again, hey, Gina, I don't know if you could say that now about this guy. This guy was runner-up in the MVP voting. I know it's one game, but, hey, and he's a youngster, too. So, hopefully he'll be back. So, don't kill him like that. Can't kill him. And I also can't kill my guy here. We got the man child. We got Jason Benton on the check-in. What's going on, JB? Welcome. As Gina says, 2 sons who play defense. they win games. Yes, this is true. And again, what they say, offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. And that's what took place here in the place to be, man, for that Super Bowl 60, man. So I asked you guys, Transition Army, because it seemed like the Seahawks, and again, I wasn't really too familiar with the Seahawks because I'm here on the East Coast, so I didn't get a chance to see them a lot of times. But again, I say, is this a dynasty in the making for the Seattle Seahawks? Is this a dynasty in the making? It could be. It has all the flavors to it. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but this owner is trying to sell the Seattle Seahawks team. He's trying to sell them. And like my good friend says, Heather B., she says, yesterday's price is not today's price. Now, again, a lot of people think Fat Joe came up with that title. That was actually Heather B. She came up with that moniker. So you know the price tag has gone up to own the Seattle Seahawks. But can they be a dynasty in the making? They might be on the move. Who knows? But again, can they be a dynasty in the making? You know, we shall see on that. But they just took care of business for Super Bowl 60. Man, shout out to those guys. Man, shout out to the MVP who I just saw he was in Disney World. I'm going to Disney World, you know. He did that moniker as well. So, no, man, Seattle, man, their defense really won the championship, man. And let's give the kicker some love again. He scored more points. He scored more points than the New England Pats that day. Let's give the kicker some love, okay? Sometimes they don't get a lot of love, but again, and they only supposed to do one job, okay? And this guy did it well for that Super Bowl. So let's give him some love. Let's give the guy some major love. And his name escapes me right now. Gina goes on to say, he's straight garbage. He is a Tar Heel. Boo. Boo. I enjoyed the game, and that was a get back from previous Super Bowls. Yeah, I agree. And what's up with the Tar Heels? I'm a Tar Heel fan too, Gina. Okay, you just saw what they just did to Duke, right, in basketball. Go ahead, don't get upset. Don't get upset, Gina. You gotta give the guy some love. Okay? And he's gonna be around for a long time. Again, runner-up in the MVP vote battling. Now, that means something. So again, you don't know if everybody's gonna get there. You know what I mean? You just never know. You just never know if they're gonna get there. You just never know. But again, you hope to get there. You hope to see what goes on. But again, the Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 champions. All right? So let's transition to this because everybody's talking about it, and I know you all seen it, right? Let's transition to Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance, halftime performance, right? Man, you guys had to see it. Unless you were living under a rock, you had to see this performance, right? Now, Bad Bunny's performance was a historic event because all the songs were spoken in Spanish. Okay, that was number one. So that's never been done in the history of the Super Bowl, okay? That's the first thing. There was a lot of symbolism involved in Bad Bunny's performance, okay? I'll give you one, and some of you guys can help me with some as well. But Bad Bunny wore a jersey of Ocasio 64. Ocasio is his mother's last name, and the year 1964 was the year which the mom was born. So he had that on the jersey. Didn't know about that till you see the show. Okay? How about the human sugar canes? The human sugar canes. That was pretty cool, too. You know, Puerto Rico is known for its sugar canes, right? Also, what about when Bad Bunny was climbing up the electrical poles? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times they had a lot of electrical outages. And again, you saw Bad Bunny climbing up the poles, and I was like, okay, this is probably the end of the show because how's he going to get down? Because he climbed up, but sure as heck, he climbed down, and that was a symbolism as well. You know, that was a symbolism as well. Also, what else we had? Let me think. As people are going to put things in the chat, which I hope, which I would really be cool, right? Okay. So, also, hey, what about that bodega that they showed and the time when he got the drink from the lady? Well, it turns out that lady is a famous owner in Brooklyn. She has one of the most, you know, like the Hispanic spots. She was in there. She made the Super Bowl. What about when Bad Bunny gave that his Grammy to a lookalike of the 5-year-old that was arrested during the ICE raids in Minnesota? That was a nice symbolism, right? That was very nice symbolism. So, you know, like I predicted a couple of things in this game. I predicted, number one, that the the Seattle Seahawks would win, but not by that score, right? So I got it right, but I also got it wrong. Okay. Also, I predicted that Cardi B would perform. She didn't perform, so I got it partially right. But she was there dancing. I'm not sure if you guys saw that when he was on the roof and he came down. When he came down, Cardi B was dancing. Jessica Alba was dancing. Also, another surprise, man, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was singing in Spanish. Didn't know that. Lady Gaga was singing in Spanish as well. Man, what else was there? Oh, yeah, there was an actual wedding that took place. An actual wedding took place during the Super Bowl. That was pretty cool, too. You know, I know he had the boxers there. He had a Spanish boxer when he first came out, and a Mexican boxer as well. So a lot of symbolism. A lot of symbolism. And I give it, if I had to rate it, I give Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl, this year's Super Bowl, an 8 out of a possible 10. An 8 out of a possible 10. And speaking of a guy who's 10 of a 10, I got my cousin Cortez from North Carolina in the building. What's going on, Cortez? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, man, let me see what else we got going on here. What else? Oh, Gina also said it's taco stand. Yes, the bodega. Yes, these things were cool. The ice cream, the ice, you know, the ice vending machine, like with the ice. Hey, I gotta share a funny story. Speaking of bunnies, back in the day when I was growing up in the projects, man, I saw my first entrepreneurship. My neighbor, his name was Bunny, by the way, his neighbor was Bunny. And his dad was like the first entrepreneur I've ever seen. He had one of those icy stands, you know, the block of ice on this little device, had all the different flavors on the side there. Shout out to my guy Bunny. Now, that wasn't Bad Bunny who we just saw perform in the Super Bowl, okay? But that was my guy Bunny, man. So shout out to him as well. Also, shout out to, we got Keisha on the check-in from the D. What's going on, Keisha? Welcome, welcome, welcome. As my cousin says, excellent show of Latina heritage. Absolutely. It was an excellent show. It was an excellent following as well, man. It was really cool. And I don't know about you guys, as Gina says, 10 out of 10. Bonito did his bag. No, did his bigs, pardon me. Yes, he did his thing. Yup, Bad Bunny did do his thing. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, again, because I didn't understand, I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't understand. But did you find yourself, like, moving your hips? Just moving when you were listening to the beat? Just having a good time, right? That's how I was. I don't know, how were you guys? Were you guys like that as well? Yeah, but I was moving and grooving. Again, I give it 8 out of 10. Okay, my cousin Gina says she gives it 10 out of 10. What do you guys give it as well? So now it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. As Gina says, oh yeah, Cardi. That's right, Ricky Martin as well. Ricky Martin as well. Who else? Lady Gaga, like I mentioned. Let's see. Yeah. So, man, it was really cool. It was really cool. It was a cool experience, So everybody was happy except one individual. One individual wasn't happy. And that was number 47. He was irate about the Bad Bunny performance. And let me read to you the following statement by our 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. He said in his True Social posting, he says, and I'll read the following. He says, the Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst ever. All in cap letters. It makes no sense. It is an affront to the greatest of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands the word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching from throughout the USA and all over the world. This show is a slap in the face of Americans. There is nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show, and watch. And he says, and watch. It will get great reviews from the fake news media, because they haven't got a clue on what is going on in the real world. And, by the way, the NFL should immediately replace this ridiculous new kickoff rule. What was that about? Make America Great Again, President Donald J. Trump. So he wasn't happy with the performance of Bad Bunny. I guess out of 10, he would probably give it a -2, I guess. I'm assuming. I don't know. Keisha says, let me see. Oh, Gina says, I enjoyed them. It's like anything I hear a song, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Keisha, that was Gina. Keisha says the game was boring, so we had to get hyped off for something. Yeah, that's true. The game was boring. It was definitely boring, but hey, you know, the Super Bowl performance was pretty cool. Gina says the fact that the Mango Menace was punching the air and crying, I danced harder. Every year it's a different audience, and that's not, let me just see 1 second. Let me get that in. Hang tight for a second, guys, as I get my comments back in hand, if I can get them out. All right, let me just repeat that there. My apologies, this is live, guys. Yep, and then Gina says exactly. So yeah, man, I tell you, this, yeah, I don't know why this president was like really irate with everything. You know what I mean? It was really weird. It's really weird to see, man. But hey, what can you do, man? What can you do? You can't please everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody had fun. The theme was love. You know what I mean? People seem to forget that Bad Bunny is an American. Puerto Rico is part of the United States. I think people are forgetting that. And I don't think it's his job to bring the people together. I think didn't they have a vote for somebody to get us all together in unison and get us on the same page? And that's not Bad Bunny. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. Just saying, man. But nah, hope everybody enjoyed that by Bad Bunny. Man, just a creative space and just a lot of fun. You know, even though, like my cousin Keisha said, the Super Bowl was boring, but the performance was top notch. I think so. That's my opinion. I think it was top notch as well. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. Your victory, you coming here, okay, each and every Tuesday. That's a cool thing, right? Man, victory, the victory of you watching Bad Bunny perform in the Super Bowl. That's a cool thing as well, right? We got to celebrate these things. We got to celebrate these things, man, because they don't come often. Ha ha. Selector. There we go. Hey. Hey. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army. Hey, guys, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for you watching Transition Tuesdays each and every Tuesday. I appreciate you guys. If you like this show and our past shows, you can check us down on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays, okay? Make sure you like and subscribe when you head to the channel, okay, before you leave. Make sure you do that. If you haven't been following me, you can follow me on Instagram at Transition Tuesdays, okay? The new page we got set up for you guys. Follow us there. Also follow us on TikTok or, guess what? You guessed it, Transition Tuesdays, okay? So Transition Tuesdays on all platforms. You can catch us. You can catch the show. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff, okay? Really appreciate you guys. Shout out to our corporate sponsor, Sweet Candy Cafe, located in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina, the home of Southern Sweetness. We got a lot of North Carolinians on the air here today. Okay, so the show's about to end. So make sure you head to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies. Your taste buds will thank you. I will thank you. Mrs. Sweetness will thank you. 13 years in the business. You know Valentine's Day is coming up, man. On the 14th. Today's the 10th. 4 more days you get. What a better way to surprise your significant other with some candy. Make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com and order. All right? Tell them Russ Williams sent you, okay? Make sure you do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless.